Good evening everyone to the Grandmaster Choice lecture, and I choose to show you the game from this year's US Championship against Grandmaster Ray Robson, and this was a last round game. I wasn't fighting for the first place or top places, but I was more like fighting not to finish at the end, so I needed to win this game with the block pieces. So I decided, Ray was half a point ahead of me and I needed to play for the win. And he surprised me. He always plays e4 against me, but this game was a surprise. He's done this before actually, but so far it didn't work out for him. Both times he played surprising d4 and c4. He lost both games. So his results are better with e4, so I expect next time he'll play e4 against me. So I played e6. This is the last round of this year's US Championship. Okay, knight c3, d5, d4. Now we have Queen's Gambit declined, knight f6, knight f6, okay, developing, c takes d5, e takes d5, and bishop g5. And can you please let me know what opening we have currently? We started with c4, like it looked like it's going to be English, but we transpose into, yes?
So Queen's pawn open.
Yeah, it's more like Queen's Gambit declined, okay? Known as QGD, okay? We transpose into QGD, okay? Yeah, Queen's opening, but the exact name is Queen's Gambit declined. So I go c6 here, guys, with some bishop f5 ideas. He goes queen c2. He's trying to prevent me from playing bishop f5. Now I play bishop e7, just developing, e3, knight bd7, bishop d3, and now what to do? Now, what is the idea here that you're going to be able to do here? Yes?
Knight h5.
Fantastic. That's what I played, actually. Many years ago, they would always castle and play this rook e8, knight f8 plan. But this knight h5 is gaining some popularity. Interesting setup. And now he has to take. I take. Okay? And now the idea is just to play g6 and get the development, okay? So now he goes here, knight g2. And now if I castle, he's going to take on h7, right? I don't want that to happen. So what are we going to do? Yes?
Knight to d6.
We could do that. The only thing you gotta be a little bit careful leaving that knight on the rim, Remember, knight on the rim is lonely and dim, right? So we gotta be a little bit careful on that, okay? I do want to castle, though. You need to make a move to castle. So what useful move can you make to castle here? Guys. Useful, good move, yes?
Knight f6.
Knight. You could do that. My knight is gonna come back for sure, but right now it's actually doing an okay job restricting, There's two squares, So go ahead. What do we do?
If the goal is to castle g6?
Absolutely. Excellent. Yes. g6. I shut down the bishop, and I keep the knight there for now, okay? So he castles, I castle. Yeah, I castle, he castle, and now my opponent went here. Rook a1. Now he's planning to play knight c1, f3, knight b3, e4. This is what he's trying to do, okay? This is what he's planning to do. So what are you going to do? Yes.
Khabib plays fold.
Yeah, but then he play f3, yeah? Queen to h4 is a move. I mean, it's a playable move, but after f3, I'm not sure if I have that much there. Go ahead.
F5.
I played this move, your move, knight df6, remember? Now I'm happy that I have this g7 square, so my knight has some potential, okay? So I'm happy to play this move. Now he goes here, knight c1. Okay. Okay, knight c1. Now I go bishop d7, just trying to develop, okay? And this gives me the connection, I connect my rooks. So it goes f3. Rook f e8, developing my rook. Now it goes knight b3. Now when he plays knight b3, what is he trying to do with that knight on b3? Where is he trying to go to? Yes?
C5.
Yes, he's trying to play knight c5. Okay, he's trying to play knight c5, so that needs to be prevented, right? We don't want to allow the knight to jump in on c5, right? So how are we going to prevent it?
B6.
Absolutely. Absolutely, b6. We control the square. We're not letting him to come in. And now at some point we are preparing c5 as well. Okay? So again, this is the last round game of this year's US Championship against Grandmaster Ray Robson. I'm black. Now he played e4. To be honest with you, I was expecting something like a little bit slower, like queen d2 maybe, and then e4. But then he played here, e4. Now he played e4 right away. So what are we doing here? What are we doing? Yeah, young student, go ahead.
Try to get control of the center and play e5.
Well, that's what he's trying to do, but what I'm going to do though, that's the question.
So
What is the negative thing with this pawn push? What square did he weaken? Okay. What square did he weaken by playing the move e4? Yes?
F4.
Absolutely. He has weakened the f4 square, so that's why we're going to take advantage of it. So we go knight f4, okay? Knight goes on f4. ff4, okay? Knight goes queen d2. Attacking the knight. Now what's the idea? Mm-hmm.
The idea is white is gonna try g7. So I to take the knight from f4. And if the bishop tries to go to h6.
Okay, so he's attacking the knight. So what are you going to do now? Concrete. He wants to take your knight, yeah? He brought the queen over. He's attacking your knight. Think a little bit. Don't rush. Think a little bit. Analyze. Analyze a little bit. And then you can raise your hand. In chess, you don't want to rush. The key is not to rush, okay? If you pace yourself, you make much better decisions, okay? Yes?
So g5. And
Do you want to push the pawn in front of your king? Think. When you push the pawn in front of the king, right? That's creating a serious weakness. And that's something you want to avoid to do, okay? So you need to be careful doing that, okay?
If you'd like a suggestion from YouTube, I can give you one.
You?
From the chat?
Yes. What do we have? Audience, our live audience on YouTube. What kind of suggestions they have?
Sportoman wants to connect the knights, knight h5.
Which knight? The f6 knight?
Yes, pardon me, knight f5.
Well, the problem is with this move, if you play, you're allowing me to play bishop c2. And then after g3, your knight on f4 is going to be questioned, okay? So that could be a little bit of a problem, okay? And plus, there is some discovery ideas hitting the queen. So the bishop is important piece in this position, okay? Bishops are important. What's the value of the bishops, guys? What's the real value of the bishop? Yes?
they can slow diagonals.
Yeah, but what's the value? Yes.
So
3.25, remember? Don't forget that quarter, right? Bishops are a little bit more valuable. So if you can get a bishop for a knight is 3 pawns. So that quarter could make a difference. So go for the quarter, okay? Captura. Let's capture that bishop, okay? And we got the quarter now. Now what do we do? Now what do we do here? Which piece we want to bring into the game here, huh? Which piece feels like it's not in the game right now to you? Yes?
Rook on a8. Rook a to d8.
Absolutely. Rook a to d8. Rook a d8, and now he plays here. Queen e3. Now what do we do? Yeah, if he had played the move e5, we had a good move knight h5. Okay, so he goes here, and now I actually spent some time here because I had few options here, so I was trying to figure out what is the best move here for me. Yes.
Is bishop f5 reasonable? No.
It kind of looks interesting, but he's going to play like maybe g4 or something.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
c5?
Well, I want to kind of strengthen the position first. So I played the move bishop e6 to strengthen it up a little bit, okay? Now everything is strengthened, and now he played e5, attacking my knight. Now the knight is under attack, so he plays knight d7, knight e2. Now we play c5, right? We've been preparing that break. So we play c5. Now he goes knight g3. Now his long-term plan is to play f4, f5. So we need to do something against that. Now what to do? He is threatening to play some f4, f5 ideas. Yes.
Playing f5.
Absolutely. Well, I played c4 first. He goes back here. And instead of f5, I played f6 first to break it, okay? Because now I want to take. So if he plays f4, and now, because if I play f5 right away, he sometimes can go knight e2, knight f4. It's a great square for the knight. But if we go here, he plays f4. Now we can play which move?
f5.
There you go. Perfect. Now we lock everything up. And we got some b5 ideas coming up. So he goes here. b5. b4. I have some nice queenside advantage. So this is actually very nice for me. And here I make an inaccurate move, rook f8. This was not a good move, okay? Because I should always leave the f8 square for my knight, okay? I should always leave the f8 square for my knight, guys, okay? I should always do that. So what do you think I should have played here? Putting the rook on f8 was an inaccuracy because I can no longer put my knight on f8, okay?
Rook to c8.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I should have just tried to bring even the knight b8, knight c6 would have been good. Rook f8, knight g5. Knight g5, he is putting pressure on the bishop. So he is putting some pressure on the bishop. So what are we going to do here, guys? Yeah, this was a problem. That's why rook f8 was just inaccuracy. Yes, Ben?
F.
Wait.
No,
Sorry, rook what?
F-E-8.
Oh, go back. Yeah, maybe, but I played h6 here. Yes, your question, Ben?
Tomasovich in the chat suggests rook c8. I don't know if you've looked at that yet.
Tomasevich here?
Yeah.
That's a move. It's a move. Absolutely. h6, yeah, maybe h6 wasn't the best. It a little bit weakened me up. But ideally, I want to get a knight on e6, guys. But unfortunately, I'm not getting it here. So he goes here. Now he goes g4. Trying to break the position with g4. Trying to break the position with g4. Now the problem is, you know, if I take, he has some f5, knight f4 ideas, so it's tricky. So I play king h7, just tuck in my king to the safety. And now he goes here. Oh, by the way, I was thinking about this move. You know, because it would be so beautiful to get a knight on e4 here, you know? But the problem is he takes, and if I take with the queen, he can take my knight. If I take with this, he's got a little checky, and then he takes my knight. So he gets his queen out of the way. Because if he takes the knight, I can take his queen. So king h7, and now queen f3. Now he goes queen f3. What do you do? What do we do here, huh? Knight b8. Trying to go to c6. He takes. I take back with the pawn. Because if I take with the rook, he has knight g3. Now he goes knight g3. The problem now here, if I put the knight on c6, I have to deal with this knight coming in on f6. It was kind of uncomfortable. So I decided to put the rook on g8. If he plays knight h5, I go knight d7. Okay, so I'm just controlling f6. So now he goes here. He's pressing me a little bit here. But I gotta double up my rook. So I go knight d7. Double up. We both double up. And we're getting close to that time trouble here. Position is still complicated here, okay? It's hard to see who is better here. But he makes a wrong decision here. He plays the move b3. He's trying to get that, he's trying like to take and play d5. Or if I play the move c3, he wants to play queen d3. What did I play here? Yes, our YouTube audience.
So we got two people, Sofyan and Daniel, suggesting a break by playing a4.
The problem with a4 is they will take on c4, take and d5, and then the pawns are gonna just come down and crush me. I don't want any pawn advances on my position here, okay? I don't want that. So what else you can do? I don't want any pawn advances there. Yes.
Is C3?
Absolutely c3. That is such a strong pass pawn on c3 that you want that pass pawn. So he came queen d3. He was counting on this move. But there is a strong move that he overlooked here. Who is going to find that strong move here that he overlooked? And now it's shifting. It's shifting towards my advantage. He thought he's just going to win the pawn, but not so easy. What do we do? Who is going to find a move that is going to turn the tables here and give me the advantage against him? Ben?
We've got a few people suggesting queen a6.
Queen f6, queen takes f5? We're dropping the peshka. We don't want to drop the peshka on f5, guys. That's important pawn right there. It just takes. Yes?
Rook to f8?
Yeah, could, but we're kind of defending, you know? In fact, I really want to improve my knight in this position. And actually, I'm not too worried about him taking on f5 here. I'm not too worried about that.
Suggestion.
Yes?
Sophian is suggesting knight b8 with the idea of knight to c6.
Who?
Sophian, one of the YouTube commenters.
Knight b8. I'm sorry. No. Close though. Close, Sophian.
Look, I'm waiting for a lot of support here. There were other people also saying knight b8, so let's squish it.
Nope. Not quiet, guys. Close, but not quiet, okay? Much better idea you have. That knight has a better destination, okay? That knight has a better destination here, guys. That knight has a better destination here.
Knight b6.
Nope, better.
A few knight moves left. Knight to f8.
Correct. Yes, correct. Because we want to get a knight on e6, guys. Correct. Now, if he takes with a queen, we take. Oops, sorry. I take. He take. I take. He take. I take. He take. I go c2. Okay? Now queen. So that's why he cannot take with the queen. And if he takes with the knight, it's very interesting. I take check. I take check. And I go check. He goes here and I go knight e6. Look at that knight now, guys. Wonderful, no? On e6. Putting pressure on f4 and d4. So now he tries something like this. If we take, he takes back with the queen show. So we go here. Boom. And if he does something else, who can show me the winning tactic? We needed to step away with the king on h8, so we have this nice tactic now. Yes.
Queen takes f5. Queen takes f5. And then knight takes d4.
Forky.
Okay, then play with the queen.
Takey. Takey. Got it? And we win. We get a queen, okay? So, h4, king h8, queen c2, so that didn't happen because it's losing, okay? So he goes queen b5. He tried to get active, and now we need a good setup here. We need to get that knight to e6. We need to get that knight to e6. How are we going to get that knight to e6 here, huh? Now we need to improve the queen here. Improve the queen so we can vacate that square for our knight. So I went here, queen f7, getting that knight on e6. So he takes the pawn, knight e6. Now I have pressure on him. I have pressure on f6. I have pressure on d4. Especially I want to take the pawn on f4. So now he takes here. Queen takes d5. Queen takes d5. Now, now it's important here. You can't take the pawn, so we have to get the d4 pawn. How? Yes,
H5.
better. You have h5, but what else do you have?
And then the right.
Yes,
Got a couple people suggesting rook d8.
correct. Attacking the queen. Now he goes here. So this way he's keeping pinned. Now we go rook d4. Attacking the queen, and now he goes here. Now I'm better here, guys. I'm better, even though despite being down a pawn, I'm better. I have a strong pass pawn. f4 pawn is weak, so we are doing great here. We are pressing, okay? Now we go rook g8, attacking the queen. Queen c6. Now we push him back. Now what can we do here? Still, you have to watch out for some tactics because he's got the rooks lined up there on a g file. Yes?
Now is the time for knight takes f4?
Yeah. Attacking the rook. Now he goes rook f2. Queen e6, trying to trade. Take. Now he goes here queen c5. Attacking my rook on d4. He doesn't want to trade because if he trade, my c pawn is very strong. So I can just promote the pawn. So that's why he goes here. He attacks my rook. Now what to do? The rook is under attack. What do we do? Yes.
Clever move here, our combination from Brenda. Knight takes h3 with f4 following.
Yeah, but that's the rook is hanging right now on d4. That's the problem. We need to do something about the rook. Yes. Tempos. Tempos, guys. Yes.
Rook to d2.
d5, you mean? Rook to d5, attacking the queen. Now he goes here. Now, what's the tactic? What is the tactic? Yeah, that's now we go back to that person's idea. Knight takes d3. Tactica. If he takes, we have f4 check, and we're winning, guys. So knight, he goes knight h5. Now we need to take the rook. Take with this. If we take with the knight, he has a knight f6 check. So we take with this. Knight goes check. Now we have to go here. King g6. He takes the rook. We take back. And now he has to take the knight back. So we have a nice advantage here. Okay? We have a nice advantage here, guys, but we still need to be accurate, okay? So I gave him a check. I knew he's going to go here, so I repeat it one time. If he plays here, I take, and queen d2 check. And then I promote the d pawn. Okay? So that's easy winning. So that's why I knew he's going to go here, king g3. If he goes king g3, then I repeated it. And now a strong move here needed. There are a couple of ways I could win, but what's the strong move here? Now I played rook g4. That way we have some queen h1 ideas too, okay? Queen h1, rook h2, queen f1 mate, for example. So he goes back here. And now queen e4, trying to trade the pieces. If he takes, I just take back with the rook. The rook endgame is just winning. So he goes queen b6 check. And now what's the safe square for the king to put in? The safe square. We have king. King goes where? So he doesn't have any more checks. Yes.
h5.
Absolutely. And he lost on time here, and position is completely hopeless because I'm threatening check. If he goes here, I have mate. If he goes to g3, I go queen to g4 mate. So he cannot do anything. Got it? Rook h4, king g3, and queen g4 mates. Any questions? Perfect. So yeah, this was an important last round win against Grandmaster Robson, okay? So it shows how to play a position where it's blocked. The key moment, I think, in a game, it was pretty close here where he played the move b3. He shouldn't have not given me that strong pass pawn on c3. The position is still complicated here. But once he did this, he overlooked. He thought he's just going to take my pawn. He missed this knight f8 idea. That suddenly if he takes, I check and I put my knight on e6 and then I'm pressing. Okay? So this is what he really overlooked. And now this king h8 idea with queen takes f5. Okay? All right, very good, guys. And so this will conclude our first lecture for today, and we'll have a little break now, and then we're going to have one more lecture after this. Okay? All right.